All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Check it out. I haven't really talked about what happened, the shooting, and I haven't. And the reason why is because I've been here in 2000 since 2013. I've been making videos, and I learned so far that when we rush to make videos, things happen later on. And you can see guys constantly making videos, and I understand, they make these videos, they get views and all that. I totally get that. And people do whatever they want to do with the channels. But really, when I saw this last shooting that happened in Texas, to me it was devastating. To me, it was truly devastating. I witnessed that and I had pain in my body. Like it put me to a point that I just like wanted to cry. Just like many of you guys, I'm a believer, and sometimes you see things like this, and although I know that God has a plan for us, it truly it makes you think. It makes you think. Now, not trying to say that it doubts my Christianity at no point, because I do realize that now what God said is what it is. He said, I had to come down here. I had to die for you. I had to make a way out for you, son, sister, daughter, because this place that where you're living right now is horrific. The devil is out there killing and destroying. And when I align myself with the word of God and align myself to what he says, and I see what's happening here in this planet, I totally get it. The devil's out there doing horrific things, just horrific things. What happened in Texas was a horrific thing. Now, it's interesting because when it happened, I got a phone call. And sometimes people make you feel like it's your fault. They try to. They don't understand that the purpose that we bought a gun for is to defend our children against these people. Because we know that politicians don't give a crap about your children. They don't care. Get it out of your head. They don't care. Their children go to school with armed people. There is armed personnel going with them to school. So if they believe that gun control is the answer, why are they sending people with guns to the children's schools? Why do they have people being protecting them with guns? Why? Why do they hang around with Secret Service? Why do they hang around with private security? Because they understand a basic concept that they're lying to you about. An armed good guy can stop a threat, right? So, but again, sometimes people call you and they make you feel like, you're doing the wrong thing. Let me tell you something. If you're a gun owner, you're doing the right thing. You are protecting your family against crazy people. Don't be ashamed of that. And what happened in Texas was a horrific thing. I'm telling you right now is we got to be in prayer. We got to be in prayer because the devil is out there to kill and destroy. And as we see the incident, as we see what happened, we realize that it's not a gun issue. There is so many things that happened there. For starting, the guy bought the gun legally. He bought it legally, so he followed the law. So there is law that is being made that criminals follow and then murder good people. So that tells you right there that the law don't work. So what's the next thing? Is a private security in the school? Is it more police officers in the school? Is it good people with weapons in the school? Is it arming police or teachers, giving them the choice if they want to? Is it making sure that the families together, because we realize that all these children has one thing in common most of the time, which is no father in the family. But the Democrats support BLM that one of their mission is to destroy the family. You know, if you are a minority, black, Hispanic, you may want to think about that. Why do they want to destroy the family? Why do they want to go after the fathers? Me and you. Why? Why are they going against me? Because they want to destroy the family. So again, you have families that are destroyed. You have children that have been bullied. You have people that are being growing up into drugs. There's so many things that happen. Then to just destroy everything. There is this dirtbags making claims, and we've seen them making claims, and the failure to act by police officers. Right? We know the one in Florida, right here in Parkland, we know that the police was called multiple times. We know that even his mom called the police. No one did anything about it. But it's the guns. And then you see this, guys. I'm gonna tell you something. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. You, sir, ma'am, whoever you are an idiot. I don't know how else to tell you. You think that this show that you're making right here, saying the guys' names, the children, excuse me, the children names, and breaking your AR-15, that's how you're gonna protect our families. That's how you're gonna protect our children. Wow, you did it. Thank you. Thank you for showing us the way that you are going to protect our children. Wow, man, that takes a lot of courage. Look at this, guys. I want you to see this gum owner. He realized the purpose. This is how you protect children. This is the stupidest thing that anybody can do. This is a thing that he's doing out of emotions because he feels that way. But this brings zero, 100%, zero, 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 anything, anything. This bring anything into the game. Our children are not protected. Our children won't be safe. Anything like that. But you see guys doing this thing. It's stupid. It's stupid. Like you know what? Like you are taking advantage of these children by doing this, trying to get views and all that, and thinking that you are better than everybody else by breaking an AR-15. For starting, let's just talk about this for a second. For starting, AR-15. There has been shooting in Texas where the guy used a shotgun and a revolver. What are you going to do now? Are you going to destroy the shotgun and the revolver? You're going to break it into the pieces? They have been shooting where the guy used a Glock 19. I think the guy in Virginia Tech High School or University, excuse me, used a Glock 19. He killed 33 people, I believe. What are you going to do? Destroy the Glock 19? Obviously, now. There have been shootings where the guy has used a bolt action rifle. I'm pretty sure that sniper back in the 90s used one. What are you going to do? Destroy the bolt action rifle? Here's the point that I'm going to try to make. There is shooting that constantly happen, and there is no law that you could put in place to protect the children. Because once you put it in place, they're going to follow it, and then they are going to execute this plan. Because this is a plan. This guy is not a random something that happened, a fight, and then it ended into this. No, this is essentially an attack against our community, a domestic terrorist attack against our community. This dirtbags would do whatever they have to do in order to commit that attack. If it's getting a gun, they will figure out how to get a gun, legally or illegally. If they have to wait 10 days, they will wait 10 days. And if you don't believe me, do the research that happened in California, the shooting with the guy and the girl, and they waited 10 days to get their weapons. So they will wait whatever amount of time you have to wait. Now, if they cannot buy a gun legally, they will do whatever it takes to buy the gun illegally. And they will do it. Now, let's put this in place. If there is no guns at all, what are they going to do? They're going to use a different tool because these people are dirtbag criminals possessed by demons, and they're going to do this. That is a horrific attack against the community. If you don't believe me, look in Europe, how they use trucks and things like that to murder people. There was an incident here in New York City where the guy used a U-Haul truck and killed several people. So again, this is not your typical getting upset at somebody, a bar fight, and killing somebody. This is not. This is a domestic terrorist attack. So no matter what weapon, these people are dedicated to commit this horrific attack. So what do we got to do? We got to become a hard target. There's many other conversations that we could take away, right? There's many other conversations. By the time that a guy that is 18 years old get a gun and goes to a school, it's already too late. It's already too late. This should have been stopped by the beginning. You know what? About making sure the family stay together. Right? Big one. About not supporting groups that want to destroy our families. About giving them the resources that they need when they are in school, so they don't grow up to be messed up in the head. About having a child services places or child investigation place that makes sure the kids are protected and not being raised by drug addicts and dirtbags, right? About not getting criminals out of jail to be next to them. Oh, remember the guy in Wendy's, the guy in Georgia that tried to take the police officer and the cops shot him and they riot and they destroy Wendy, they burn down parts of the community. What was the guy in jail for? Abusing children. But as a community, we let them go. We let these dirtbags out that are abusing children, and these children are being raised to be demons, are being raised to be criminals, are being raised to do horrific things because their life, it was a disaster. Democrats support that. They want criminals to be out of jail. They want criminals to destroy our cities, and then they want to take your guns. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't even believe it, right? So we have these children that are growing up in this society all messed up in the head. And I'm not giving them an excuse, of course not. What they did is unexcusable. But by the point that they kill kids, we looked at them and says, "Oh, it's the gun." "Oh no, sir, it's not the gun." "Excuse me, my bad. It's not the gun." By the time that they got up and got a gun, it was too late. You know what it is? This crappy society where we are making these kids famous in the news, all over the news, and we're doing all this crap stuff around these kids. We are raising these children in a way, in a society that are becoming this. This is why it's so important to have mom and dad in the house. This is why it's so important to have the word of God in the house. But what do they do? Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. This is supernatural. This is supernatural. What do they do? They want to take God, the God of the universe. They want to take the God of love, the God that says, "I have plans for you to prosper." The guy that said, "Rely on me." The guy that says, "You will suffer, but I make you stronger. Stay looking at me." They want to take him out of everything. Out of everything. I was just watching children in a place where guys dressed like girls, are dancing half naked, and kids are giving them money. Why would you bring your kids to a place like that? Little children. They are messing with their head. Unbelievable. They are injecting things in their bodies that are making them think different, that are giving them so many different things. So, again, I'm going to tell you, they keep saying this gun stuff. This society is so messed up that this is happening. This is happening because the way that these children are being raised. I'm going to tell you, all they have that in common. Look it up. Look it up. What do they have in common? A crappy family. A crappy family is what they have in common. No father in there. I'm going to tell you, man, shame on you for not being there for your children. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say it from the bottom of my heart because when I say this, I haven't lived the best life ever. My dad wasn't there for me. I don't even know where my dad lived. I haven't seen the dude in over 10 years. That's not an excuse. Break the curse. If your dad was a piece of what, break the curse and be there for your children. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.